Swadika, thank you for joining us on Newsline for Tuesday, April 1st of 2014. My name is Sandra Hanutsaha. In today's top stories, the criminal court acquitted 5 current or former policemen charged with abduction and the murder of Saudi businessman Mohammed Arouali. And in business news, the Federation of Thai Industries says the export sector will be able to achieve the growth target of 5%. And now on to today's headlines. The Election Commission is satisfied with the March 30th Senate election despite a low turnout of only 42.78% and says it expects the election results to be endorsed within 7 days. Somsak Suriyamongkol, Deputy Secretary General of the EC, on Monday announced the official figures of the Senate election, which saw a total of 20,873,423 voters cast their ballots. The figure represents 42.78% of the 48,787,153 eligible voters. Mr. Somsak explained that considering the circumstances in the country, the turnout was satisfactory. There were as many as 1,086,184 invalid ballots, or 5.2% of the total. 11.96% of voters had selected the no vote. The highest turnout was reported in Lamphun, where 68.39% of eligible voters went to the poll. Mahong Son and Prajinburi were close behind with 67.45% and 61.1% respectively. Chonburi was the province with the least turnout at just 24.99%. Prachop Khiri and Bangkok followed suit with 27.03% and 28.61% turnout respectively. Election Commissioner Bunsong Noi Sopon disclosed there were 9 complaints lodged to the EC over the poll, and most of them had to do with the elected candidates having inappropriately rallied for votes. He added that the EC will endorse most of the winning candidates within 7 days and will consider the yellow carding and red carding of the candidates who were complained against by April 9th. Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has traveled to the Office of the National Anti-Corruption Commission, or NACC, to clear up charges lodged against her for the failed rice pledging scheme, while naming over 10 officials who should be questioned for their involvement. Amid tight security, Prime Minister Yingluck arrived at the NACC as scheduled in a bid to acknowledge and elucidate the charge of dereliction duty being pressed against her as the chairperson of the National Rice Policy Committee. Her legal team was reported to have brought along 3 cardboard boxes filled with documents to be used for clarification. The Premier spent about half an hour at the office before departing without giving any interviews to the press. And according to Deputy Spokesperson for the NACC, Prasad Pongsiwapai, the Prime Minister's clarifications were made in both written and verbal forms. During the session, the commissioners were also requested by the Premier to look into the involvement of more than 10 politicians and high-ranking civil servants in the fraud found in the rice mortgage program. All the informed provided by Ms. Yingluck is set to be presented to the NACC meeting tomorrow for discussion. The Commission has also pledged to conduct the case with utmost fairness, assuring that it is not being rushed, as many have suspected. And Mr. Prasad viewed the Prime Minister's appearance at the NACC as a positive sign of cooperation and said the Commission would like to thank her for allowing the case to be carried out in an amicable atmosphere. The criminal court acquitted 5 current or former policemen charged with abduction and murder of Saudi businessman Mohammed Arouali, drawing expressions of disappointment from Saudi diplomats and Arouali's family members. The Saudi charged affairs to Thailand Abdullah Muhammad al-Ashabi, told the media the Saudi delegation was disappointed with the ruling and the earlier change of a leading judge in the case. The Saudi mission to Thailand previously voiced criticism of the abrupt changing of the judge. Judges explained that due to insufficient evidence to warrant conviction, the benefit of the doubt must be given to Police Lieutenant General Somkit Buntanom, former Inspector General of the Royal Thai Police, and the 4 other current or decommissioned police officers. Judges indicated the written statements of key witness Police Lieutenant Colonel Suwichai Gaupluk, who lives in the United Arab Emirates and has refused to come to court due to safety concerns, weakened the empirical evidence. Al-Rawali mysteriously disappeared from Bangkok on February 12, 1990. His disappearance and suspected murder is one in a string of cases that have resulted in massive deterioration of bilateral ties between Thailand and Saudi Arabia, the other cases being the robbery of the Blue Diamond perpetrated by a Thai janitor at the palace of Prince Faisal bin Fahd, and the murder of 4 Saudi diplomats during 1989 and 1990. The Center for the Administration of Peace and Order, or CAPO, has revealed that at this point, 5 leaders from the People's Democratic Reform Committee, or PDRC, are ready to acknowledge the charges against them on account of insurrection in order to fight their case on April 2nd. CAPO official Sirima Sunawin has announced that the 5 PDRC leaders out of 58 have reported to CAPO to hear the charges on April 2nd at the Royal Thai Police Sports Club. The 5 leaders to be charged are Mr. Ongad Klampaiboon, Mr. Bunyod Suktin Thai, Mr. Tosapon Peng Som, Mr. Chanwit Wipusiri, and Ms. Natya Benja Siriwan. She also stressed that the remaining members, including Mr. Tuwin Pliensi, be present at the hearing, or else CAPO will file their cases under the Criminal Code. The Royal Thai Police Chief has ordered investigation into the deaths of 2 police academy cadets who fell to their deaths during a parachute training exercise in Phetchaburi on Monday. The 2 second-year cadets had made the jump with 6 other cadets and an instructor. The main parachutes of 4 cadets failed to open, although the other 2 cadets managed to safely reach the ground using their reserve chutes. Police cadets Chayakon Puttachayong and Natawut Tira Suwanasok were killed instantly when they hit the ground. The incident occurred around 7:30 a.m. on Monday at the Air Support Command headquarters of the Border Patrol Police in Cha'am, Phetchaburi. After learning of the incident, Royal Thai Police Commissioner Adun Sang Singkao visited Naresuan Camp in Cha'am to provide moral support to members of Class 69 of the Police Academy who were undertaking the parachute training. He said during the visit that it was the first time in a half-century that such an accident had occurred. According to Police General Adun, aircraft and safety experts will be asked to join the fact-finding committee for the accident. Officials initially suspect the static line of the chutes had broken off during the jump. And Bangkok Governor Mamrachwong Sukhumpan Boripat announced temporarily ceasing all of his duties after the appeal court last Friday accepted the Election Commission, or EC's, petition to void the result of last year's gubernatorial poll. The EC filed a petition to the court after it had received evidence strongly suggesting that supporters of Mamrachwong Sukhumpan unfairly attacked his arch-rival, Police General Pongsapat Pongjaran, ahead of the gubernatorial election on March 3rd of 2013. The evidence was submitted by the Pheu Thai Party shortly after the election had concluded. However, it took the EC a year to seek a court ruling. During his speech, Mamrachwong Sukhumpan expressed his gratitude to all of the civil servants and Bangkok Metropolitan Administration staff for their great support, adding that during his time as governor, he has been performing his duty while upholding the law. He is confident that the court will treat him fairly. Deputy Bangkok Governor Pusadi Tamthai will temporarily replace Mom Ratchawong Sukhumpan for the time being. And that's the end of our first segment. We now take a short break, but up next we have the business news, so stay tuned.
เมื่อมนุษย์ทำลายสมดุลทางธรรมชาติแล้วมนุษย์ก็เป็นผู้ประสบภัยพิบัติจากธรรมชาติร่วมสร้างอนาคตลดภัยพิบัติระดมพลังพลิกฟื้นคืนผืนป่าในทุกชุมชนทั่วประเทศ
Moving forward to the establishment of ASEAN Community in 2015. The Public Relations Department has launched a 24-hour English language satellite TV channel, NBT World. Broadcast in C-band format, viewers can stay up to date on what's going on in Thailand and countries in the ASEAN region. NBT World can be watched by GMMZ set-top box on channel 194 and PSI set-top box on channel 198. NBT World, Voice of ASEAN Community.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline, and on to our business stories. The Federation of Thai Industries, or FTI, indicates unlikelihood that the Thai export sector will be able to achieve the growth target of 5% this year amid the ongoing political standoff. Vice Chairman of the FTI, Wanlop Wittanakorn, pointed out that the possibility was slim for Thai exports in 2014 to expand by 5% as targeted, given the export value would need to be higher than $20 billion every month. He reported that the growth rate in the first quarter of this year was hovering at merely 0 to 0.2% as a consequence of the political impact on importers' confidence. Mr. Wanlop said the second quarter growth could jump to 3% if the political atmosphere was calm. However, he was worried that Thai politics might turn up the heat this April. The FTI vice chairman added that it remained to be seen whether the U.S. would decide to downgrade Thailand from its Tier 2 watch list for human trafficking to Tier 3 during this April to May. The change could affect importers' views towards many Thai industries, such as food and fishery, where employment of illegal labor is often reported, potentially leading to decreases in purchasing orders. This fiscal year's first quarter has been hard hit by businesses that have been late with their debt payments, adding to the soaring non-performing loans, or NPLs, in banks. According to President of the Fair Debt Payment Club, Pracha Chaisuwan, debt payments in the first quarter of this year have been hard hit due to the effects of the ongoing political turmoil and problematic payments regarding the rice pledging scheme. Mr. Pracha, in his capacity as the CF Asia Asset Management's consultant, stated that the company is planning to purchase the NPLs of credit card loans, personal credit, and 2 billion baht of automobile loans for the entire year of 2014. Moreover, financial institutions are starting to send out notification letters to those who have been lagging behind in their debt payments for at least 6 months in order to refinance each group's debt situation. However, should the debts still remain outstanding and unable to be paid off, they would be sold as NPLs to the asset management company. Bangkok Airways has recently announced its latest expansion to the northern part of Thailand, to Chiang Rai, by offering non-stop flights from Bangkok Suvarnabhumi to Chiang Rai the northernmost large city in Thailand. Commencing on the 28th of March of this year, the airline will be using a 162-seater Airbus A320 aircraft to service on this route. Mom Luang Nantika Warawan, Bangkok Airways Vice President for Corporate Communications, said that Chiang Rai is a potential yet competitive market for Thailand. She added that the city has emerged as a popular northern Thailand alternative tourist base to larger Chiang Mai. Chiang Rai is also a strategic gateway to neighboring countries such as the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, the Lao People's Democratic Republic, as well as the southernmost part of China.
Well, Chiang Rai has always been in our plan, but we're just not ready, as we thought that because we were like, flying to like Chiang Mai, and we wanted to make Chiang Mai a stronger base. So after that, we decided that Chiang Mai has already gotten what we wanted. We decided that it's time for us to fly to Chiang Rai. Chiang Rai is absolutely a destination that, one of the ecotourism destinations, and I think not only for the tourists from abroad, but Thai people love to come to Chiang Rai. And now they have this, so many temples to visit, and for us, it's not only that, because from Chiang Rai you can go up to Myanmar and to China. So it's like a pathway that you can go around this region as well.
The airline will use this flight to promote Chiang Rai as a center of cycling by offering passengers the ability to fly with one bicycle for free by informing the airline within 24 hours before their flight.
Chiang Rai, as you know, now they're trying to promote cycling for ecotourism, and that's what Bangkok Airways wants to do, because I think that if we do promote global warming, I think it's important for us to make people understand that if everybody comes in, instead of driving to work or just short parts, cycling is very good for your health as well, and it's good for the global warming. So the whole family can join, friends can join, they have the club, and please come, because now we have good promotions in Chiang Rai, and if you bring your own bicycle, we can load it for you free, so it's really got a good opportunity.
For more information and reservations, please contact worldwideweb.bangkokair.com or contact the 24-hour call center at 1771. And before we take our next break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
มนุษย์ทำลายสมดุลทางธรรมชาติแล้วมนุษย์ก็เป็นผู้ประสบภัยพิบัติจากธรรมชาติร่วมสร้างอนาคตลดภัยพิบัติระดมพลังพลิกฟื้นคืนผืนป่าในทุกชุมชนทั่วประเทศ
Moving forward to the establishment of ASEAN Community in 2015. The Public Relations Department has launched a 24-hour English language satellite TV channel, NBT World. Broadcast in C-band format, viewers can stay up to date on what's going on in Thailand and countries in the ASEAN region. NBT World can be watched by GMM-Z set top box on channel 194 and PSI set top box on channel 198. NBT World, Voice of ASEAN Community.
Welcome back to Newsline. Malaysia said on Monday it would never give up on the search for missing flight MH370 as the hunt for debris from the plane dragged into a fourth week. Planes and ships are scouring the southern Indian Ocean for possible debris from the Malaysia Airlines jetliner, but so far the search has drawn a blank. But Malaysia's acting transport minister, Hishamuddin Hussein, said Malaysia would do whatever it took to unravel the mystery. On Monday, a group of Chinese family members of MH370 passengers accused the Malaysian government of concealing information, calling investigators criminals. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 disappeared on March 8th en route to Beijing from Kuala Lumpur. There were 239 people on board, mostly Chinese passengers. An explosion in an area of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, that is popular with Somalis, killed 6 people and wounded several others on Monday. 9 people were critically injured and were taken to the hospital where doctors were attending to them. There was no immediate claim of responsibility. In the past, such attacks in the Eastleigh area of Nairobi have been blamed on Somalia's Al-Shabaab Islamist group, which attacked a Nairobi shopping mall in September and killed at least 67 people. KTN television network showed a large number of people gathered at the site. Ambulances and private cars ferried the injured to the hospital, according to a witness. Judges at the highest United Nations court ordered Japan to halt whaling in the Antarctic, rejecting the country's argument that the catch was for scientific purposes. The International Court of Justice sided with plaintiff Australia in finding that the scientific output of the whaling program was modest in comparison with the number of whales killed. It said no further scientific whaling licenses should be issued. The court concluded that the special permits granted by Japan for the killing, taking and treating the whales in connection with JARPA 2, were not for purposes of scientific research. Japan signed a 1986 moratorium on whaling, but has continued to hunt up to 850 minke whales in the icy waters of the Southern Ocean each year, citing a 1946 treaty that permits killing the giant mammals for research. Whaling was once widespread around the world, but Japan is now one of only a handful of countries that continues the practice. The meat is popular with Japanese consumers who consider it a delicacy. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook by typing in NNT, or you can check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing, where you can stay up to date on news today at the top of every hour. Have a great day. I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ